Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching this video because I have taken unexpectedly ill. Oh. Because I am the greatest teacher in the world, I have pre-recorded some video lessons for you. Over the course of our Theater 1, 2, and 3 curriculum, we talk about musicals a little bit in Theater 1 and then it kind of disappears as a subject, which is a shame. I wish I had more time because there really are some fantastic musicals that came out of the American theater. In fact, the book musical is considered America's greatest contribution to world theater, and there really are some fantastic ones out there. So I thought I would take an opportunity like this one to teach you about some of my favorite ones. This is not a nothing blow off period. I expect you to learn something about these musicals. They're an important part of our collective American culture, and you really should know something about them. To make sure that you pay attention, the assignment that goes along with this video will be graded. So please do it. If you have a buddy who got a note from another teacher to skip this class today, get out your cell phone and text them to get back here because this assignment will be graded. Take out a piece of paper, write your name on the top, and number it 1 to 10. Go ahead, I'll wait. Okay, number 1. What's the name of the musical? Number 2, what year did this musical win the Tony Award for Best Musical? Number 3, every musical has a book, meaning just the spoken dialogue, music, and lyrics. I want to know who wrote the book, who wrote the music, and who wrote the lyrics for this musical. A lot of musicals are based on some other kind of media. Sometimes that's books, sometimes it's something that happened in the news. So what I want to know is, what did the authors of this musical base it on? Number 5, what is the name of the leading male character? Number 6, what is the name of the leading female character? Number 7, what's the central conflict of this musical? When I say central conflict, I want to know what is the biggest problem that these characters are facing on their journey. What struggles are they trying to overcome? Number 8, what is the most popular song from this musical called? I'm going to share several selections from this musical with you, and I'll make sure to note which one, according to iTunes download numbers, is the most popular, so pay attention. Number 9. Were you familiar with this musical before today's video? A lot of musicals get turned into feature-length films. That might be the case for this musical, and you might have seen the movie. It's also possible that you've seen it on stage somewhere. Number 10. If the drama club here at Cheatham were to put on this musical, would you come see it? Why or why not? Because I might do this show. I want to know, would you come see it? And if you would, what would attract you to it? And if you wouldn't, why not? Kiss Me Kate is a musical written by Samuel and Bella Spewick with music and lyrics by Cole Porter. Samuel and Bella Spewick were a husband and wife writing team. The couple were in the midst of their own marital woes in 1948 when they were approached to write the book for Kiss Me Kate, which centered on a once married couple who used the stage on which they're performing as a battling ground. Cole Porter was an American composer and songwriter. He began to achieve success in the 1920s, and by the 30s, he was one of the major songwriters for the Broadway musical stage. Kiss Me Kate was Cole Porter's first musical in which the music and lyrics were firmly connected to the script, and it proved to be his biggest hit. The original production ran for more than 1,000 performances on Broadway. In 1949, it won the very first Tony Award for Best Musical. Kiss Me Kate involves the production of a musical version of William Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew, and the conflict on and off stage between Fred Graham, the show's director, producer, and star, and his leading lady, his ex-wife Lily Vanessy. There's a secondary romance between Lois Lane, no, not that Lois Lane, who is an actress in the show playing the role of Bianca, and her gambler boyfriend Bill, who runs afoul of some gangsters. The story goes like this. The cast of a musical version of William Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew is rehearsing for the opening of the show that evening. The stage manager, Hattie, sings the opening number, Another Opening, Another Show.
Another opening, another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. A chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening of another show.
Egotistical Fred Graham is the director and producer and is starring in the show as Petruchio. His movie star ex-wife, Lily Vanessy, is playing Catherine. Petruchio and Catherine are the lead roles in Taming of the Shrew. Fred Graham and Lily Vanessy are the lead roles in Kiss Me Kate. The two seem to be constantly arguing, and Lily is particularly angry that Fred is pursuing the young actress Lois Lane, who is playing Bianca. Bianca is Catherine's younger sister in Taming of the Shrew. After the rehearsal, Lois's boyfriend Bill appears. He's playing Lucentio, but he missed a rehearsal because he was gambling. He tells her that he signed a $10,000 IOU in Fred's name, and Lois reprimands him with the song, Why Can't You Behave?
Why can't you behave? Oh, why can't you behave? After all the things you told me and the promises that you gave, oh, why can't you behave?
Before the opening, Fred and Lily meet backstage, and Lily shows off her engagement ring from Washington insider Harrison Howell, reminding Fred that it's the anniversary of their divorce. They recall the first show they were cast in together, an operetta which included the song Wunderbar, a Viennese waltz. They end up fondly reminiscing and singing and dancing.
Star above, what a bright shining star, like our love, it's
Two gangsters show up to collect the $10,000 IOU, and Fred replies that he never signed it. The gangsters obligingly say they will give him the time to remember it and will return later. In her dressing room, Lily receives flowers. She believes that they are from Fred, and she declares that she is still so in love with him.
Strange, dear, but true, dear, when I'm close to you, dear, the stars fill the sky, so in love with you am I.
Fred tries to keep Lily from reading the card that came with the flowers, which reveals that he really intended them for Lois. However, Lily takes the card with her on stage, saying she'll read it later. The play within a play begins with the song We Open in Venice.
We open in Venice, we next play Corona, then on to Cremona.
Lots of laughs in Cremona.
Our next jump is Parma, that dopey mopey menace, then Mantua, then Padua, then we open again.
Battista, Catherine and Bianca's father, will not allow his younger daughter Bianca to marry until his older daughter Catherine has been married. However, she is shrewish and ill-tempered, hence the title of the play, The Taming of the Shrew. And no man wants to marry her. 3 suitors, Lucentio, Hortensio, and Gremio, try to woo Bianca, and she says that she would marry any of them with the ridiculously titled song, Tom, Dick, or Harry.
I'm a maid who would marry and will take with no qualm any Tom, Dick, or Harry, any Harry, Dick, or Tom. I'm a maid mad to marry and will take double quick any Tom, Dick, or Harry, any Tom, Harry, or Dick.
Petruchio, a friend of Lucentio, expresses a desire to marry into wealth with the song I've come to wive it wealthily in Padua.
I've come to wive it wealthily in Padua. If wealthily, then happily in Padua.
The suitors hatch a plan for him to marry Kate, as Battista is rich. Kate, however, has no intention of getting married, which she expresses in the song I Hate Men.
I hate men. I can't abide them even now and then.
Petruchio attempts to woo her with the song Were Thine That Special Face.
Were thine that special face.
Offstage, Lily has an opportunity to read the card. She re-enters the stage while the show is taking place at a part she's not supposed to be, and hits Fred, who, along with the other actors, try to remain in character as Battista gives Petruchio permission to marry Kate. Lily continues to strike Fred, and he ends up spanking her. Offstage, Lily furiously declares that she is leaving the show. However, the gangsters have reappeared, and Fred tells them that if Lily quits, he'll have to close the show and won't be able to pay them the $10,000. The gangsters force her to stay at gunpoint. Back on stage with the play within a play, Bianca and Lucentio dance while the chorus performs We Sing of Love.
We sing
The play within a play jumps forward in time, revealing the exterior of a church. Petruchio and Kate have just been married, and they exit the church. The gangsters, dressed in Shakespearean costume, are on stage to make sure that Lily does not leave the theater. Petruchio asks Kate to kiss her in the song Kiss Me, Kate.
So kiss me, Kate, thou lovely loon.
She refuses, so he lifts her over his shoulder and carries her off stage while she pummels him. This takes us to the intermission. Act 2 opens on the cast and crew relaxing in the alley behind the theater during intermission. Here we see the most popular song in the show according to iTunes downloads. Paul, Fred's assistant, along with a couple of other crew members, lament that it's too darn hot to go out with their girlfriends that night.
It's too darn hot, it's too darn hot. I'd like to sup with my baby tonight and play the pup with my baby tonight. I'd like to sup with my baby tonight and play the pup with my baby tonight, but I ain't up to my baby tonight 'cause it's too darn hot.
It's too darn hot, it's too darn hot.
I'd like to stop for my baby tonight and blow my top with my baby tonight. I'd like to stop for my baby tonight and blow my top with my baby tonight, but I'd be a flop with my baby tonight 'cause it's too darn hot.
It's too darn hot, it's too darn hot.
I'd like to fool with my baby tonight, break every rule with my baby tonight. I'd like to fool with my baby tonight, break every rule with my baby tonight, but pillow, you'll be my baby tonight 'cause it's too darn hot. According to the Kinsey report, every average man you know must prefers to play his favorite sport when the temperature is low. But when the thermometer goes way up and the weather is sizzling hot, Mr. Adam or his madam is not.
The play continues, and Petruchio tries to tame Catherine and mourns for his now lost bachelor life with the song Where is the Life That Late I Led?
Where is the life that late I led? Where is it now? Totally dead.
Offstage, Lily's fiancé Harrison Howell is looking for Lily. He runs into Lois, and she recognizes him as a former lover, but promises not to tell Lily. Bill is shocked to overhear that Lois and Harrison used to date, but Lois tells him that even if she is involved with other men, she's faithful to him in her own way, and she sings a song about it.
I'm just mad for you, and I'll always be. But naturally, if a custom-tailored vet asks me out for something wet, when the vet begins to pet, I cry hooray! But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. I enjoy a tender pass by the boss of Boston, Mass, though his pass is middle class and not back bay. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. There is a madman known as Mac who is planning to attack. If his mad attack means a Cadillac, okay. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way.
Lily tries to explain to Hal that she's being forced to stay at the theater by the gangsters, but Hal doesn't believe her and wants to discuss wedding plans. Fred insidiously points out how boring Lily's life with Hal will be compared to a life in the theater. The gangsters discover that their boss has been killed, so the IOU is no longer valid. Lily leaves with Hal as Fred unsuccessfully tries to convince her to stay, as he sings a reprise of So in Love.
Strange deed, but true deed, when I'm close to you, dear.
the gangsters get caught on stage in front of the audience and improvise a tribute to Shakespeare in which they explain that knowing Shakespeare is the key to romance.
Good evening. The girls today in society go for classical poetry. So to win their hearts one must quote with ease Aeschylus and Euripides. One must know Homer and believe me both Sophocles, also Sappho, unless you know Shelley and Keats and Pope. Dainty Debbies will call you a dope, but the poet of them all, who will start them simply raving, is the poet people call the Bard of Stratford-on-Avon. Brush up your Shakespeare, start quoting him now. Brush up your Shakespeare, and the women you will wow. Just declaim a few lines from Othello, and they'll think you're a hell of a fella. If your blonde won't respond when you flatter her, tell her what Tony told Cleopatra. If she fights when her clothes you are mussing, what her clothes much ado about nothing. Brush up your Shakespeare, and they'll all kowtow.
The company prepares for the conclusion of the play, the wedding of Bianca and Lucentio, even though they're now missing one of the main characters. However, just in time for Catherine's final speech, Lily arrives back on stage with the song I Am Ashamed That Women Are So Simple.
I am ashamed that women are so simple.
Fred and Lily reconcile on stage and the play ends with the finale song Kiss Me Kate, with them as well as Bill and Lois kissing passionately. I hope you enjoyed learning about today's musical. Let's take a moment and review your response questions to make sure you got them all answered. Number 1, what is the name of this musical? Number 2, what year did it win the Tony Award for Best Musical? Number 3, who wrote each of these for this musical? The book, the music, and the lyrics. Number 4, what was this musical based on? Number 5, what is the name of the leading male character? Number 6, what's the name of the leading female character? Number 7, what is the central conflict of this musical? Number 8, what is the most popular song from this musical called? Number 9, were you familiar with this musical before today's video? Number 10, if the drama club put on this musical, would you come see it? Why or why not? Got all that? Good. Make sure your name is on your paper, and please put your response sheet in the homework basket. If there is time left over at the end of class, you have my blessing to pull out your cell phone and Snapchat or Insta or tweet or whatever it is you people do on those stupid things. I love you. I hope I see you tomorrow.